More than 1 week after an FBI raid on an election hub in Fulton County, we are hearing from Georgia's Secretary of State.
Just hours ago, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger spoke to our Marissa Sarbach. Marissa, joining us live in Fulton County tonight. Marissa, going one-on-one with the Secretary. What did he say today?
Faith, Jennifer, I asked him if he thought there was any merit to the federal government's claims of voter fraud in the 2020 election here in Georgia, and he doubled down on this. He does not believe that is the case. Now, he also told us he doesn't know exactly what the federal government is looking for when they conducted that raid after a judge signed off on the FBI coming in to seize hundreds of boxes of ballots and other election materials.
Obviously, the warrant was sealed, so what was in there, we don't know why they're doing this, and neither does obviously Fulton County or the American public.
Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger calling Georgia's voting system the safest in the country.
Because we now have a paper ballot, you can do a 100% hand recount, and the results in 2020 of the presidential race and also the U.S. Senate race was actually a 100% hand recount.
Fulton County Chairman Rob Pitts last week claiming the ballots were safe in Fulton County until the federal government took them into custody. Pitts also said he felt he might be arrested after the FBI investigation. We asked Raffensperger if he felt the same way.
That goes into crazy speculation of, what people are saying, and so I have no comment on that.
I also asked him about the Fulton County filing a motion in federal court to get those seized items back. He said point blank, it is a legal matter, and he has no further comment on this. Reporting live tonight, Marissa Sarbach for 11 Alive News.
Great interview, Marissa. Thank you so much for bringing that to us. Earlier today, I spoke with Senator Jon Ossoff about his thoughts on this FBI raid. He tells me that President Trump is obsessed with a conspiracy theory. Ossoff will be on the ballot in November, and at least two of his opponents, Congressman Mike Collins and Buddy Carter, are in support of the FBI search.
He just can't let it go. He's obsessed. Still, 6 years later, with everything we face as a country, with health insurance premiums skyrocketing, tariffs driving costs through the roof, he is spending his time and using federal law enforcement to chase these conspiracy theories from the 2020 election. And it sounds like my opponents are unwilling to break with him and are choosing to pander to the president's obsessions rather than to tell the truth.
We did receive a statement from Congressman Buddy Carter, who is running for Ossoff's Senate seat. He'll have to go through a May primary first. But he sent us a statement saying in part, quote, "Unlike Jon Ossoff, I have no problem telling the truth, which is that Donald Trump won the state of Georgia in 2020. He goes on to write, after years of lawfare against the president, we are finally having a proper investigation that I hope will get to the bottom of the fraud that occurred in the election. Look no further than recent reports of people registering to vote from addresses beneath bridges and empty lots for proof of that." He also says, quote, "If Ossoff is truly concerned with election security, he would sponsor the Save America Act and ensure only American citizens register to vote. We do want to emphasize that according to the election data and these recounts, several recounts, President Trump did not win Georgia in 2020. There was a razor-thin margin, and Biden won. 11,780 votes separating them. There was no proof of election fraud."